All right, fuck it. We're gonna do two Halloween hangovers in one day, which I think is the first time I've done that in a long time, which is so fun to me, and I'm really happy about that. So I'm gonna talk about the movie that I watched last night, along with the initiation of Sarah, I believe it was called. I'm already forgetting the names of these movies. That's funny. But this one, it is on Hulu. I was recommended it by a friend, and it is called Spree. It's got the dude that plays Steve in Stranger Things, I think. I don't watch Stranger Things, but I know Steve from the memes and all that. The dude with the cool hair. And I'm going to be very light on details on this movie because it is just plenty of twists and turns. And really, that is the fun of the movie. The irony is that uh, this is such like a typical. I forget his name now, but he used to have quotes, little blurbs on everything, and you could tell. I think he wrote for Rolling Stone. I think, but he had blurbs on like every movie. Peter something, I believe. Peter, not Peter Sellers. It doesn't matter. Peter Travers? I think that's it. I think it's Peter Travers. He used to write blurbs for like every movie, like DVD release. You'd see his name, and you could tell that that was kind of like his thing. Is that he would write these blurbs so that they would get put on the box art, and people kind of made fun of him for that back in the day. Anyhow, the little line that he would have in the movie is that the movie's a thrill ride, and Spree in universe is basically Uber, or what's the other one? I don't know. I don't use that stuff anymore, really. Since COVID, I don't leave the house, so and basically Steve from Stranger Things is he's a YouTuber, and he is trying to go viral, and he can't. That's already giving away a spoiler. There's so much packed into this movie, but unfortunately, it's like the first 3 minutes. So sorry. He's trying to go viral, and so what he does is he sets up cameras all around his spree car that he's driving around. And I can't say much more than that. I can say it's a thriller. I can say that there's murder involved and crime, and I don't even want to say like anything more than that because you don't even quite know who the antagonist is at the start. You don't know who the protagonist is in it. And I'll get into spoilers. I guess I'll just do it to section like in the last one where I get into that stuff after. So yeah, the movie to me it had very Bo Burnham qualities where it's a very modern film. The whole thing's found footage using mostly webcams, cell phones for live streams, and security cameras. But like 90% is like live streaming. And that's very exciting to me. It's really cool to see filmmakers using these narrative techniques in a way that feels fresh. And I know found footage is kind of an uncool genre to like, and I get it because they mostly suck. But I'm sorry, I will stand the Blair Witch Project until the day I die. I loved it. There's other good ones. I swear there's other good ones. I like the Poughkeepsie tapes. I think that's one of the scariest movies ever. That really messed me up when I saw that as a senior in high school. Um, Dang it, The Taking of Deborah Logan. It's a flawed movie. The woman who plays Deborah Logan's great, but some of the other acting's a little too stagey for me for a found footage movie. It feels a little inauthentic, but I think it's a really good movie, and I like it a lot. So I'm open to found footage, and this is very much a found footage movie. I think it's done really well though, and like I said, it reminded me a lot of Bo Burnham. Some of the humor in it, it is definitely kind of a dark comedy. There's a lot of satire in there about internet fame, and we all want to be celebrities and all that, and we feel entitled to success and following. There's a little bit where I started to feel called out by the movie, where the guy's uploading all these videos and stuff, and he just kind of sucks, and he doesn't get why people aren't watching him and feeling entitled to that. Which I hope that I don't feel that way. I just do this for fun and just to practice speaking, but yeah, without giving too much away, it's just a twist every like 10-15 minutes. David Arquette's in it, which I like. David Arquette, I think he's a really weird dude, and of course Dewey's one of my favorite characters ever, so I'm always happy to see him. uh and without giving much more away, unfortunately, because there's just so many spoilers that saying any little detail could be like pulling out the wrong Jenga piece. I recommend the movie. I think it's a lot of fun. I don't think it's quite perfect, but it's a really fun, entertaining movie. And as far as ratings go, I guess I'd say like maybe B plus. I guess maybe like an 8 out of 10. I had a lot of fun with it. I think it'd be fun to watch with other people. It's definitely like a movie if you got like a party or a date night or something. It could be a good time. So I'm getting into spoilers now. So if you're gonna watch the movie or if you're interested, I recommend strongly just turning this off. Uh, so the and this is kind of one of my flaws with the movie. It's not a total flaw, but it is a little heavy-handed. It's a genre film. It's not a serious political thriller or something. So I get it. But some of the political stuff is a little heavy-handed. The first passenger that gets picked up in it, and once again, heavy spoilers here, is he's like kind of like a white supremacist guy. He's going to some rally giving a speech, and it's funny because he kind of looks like Gavin McInnes. I don't know if it's just the actor that they got for it, but that's kind of what he looked like to me. And he's in the back and he's like calling people libtards and talking about he's saying like he's trying to get the driver guy Steve from Stranger Things to say he's proud to be white and all that, and it's just a little much. But the thing is, I think is that when I saw it, and this is praise for the movie, because you think it's going to be a little dumber than it is, and actually is more clever than you thought it would be. You think he's going to be the antagonist, and he keeps Steve hostage the rest of the movie or something, like that episode of X-Files where Bryan Cranston keeps, I think it's Scully, hostage in the car, and they have to keep driving or whatever, or he'll die. You think it's going to be something like that, but it turns out that actually Steve is the bad guy, and he poisons him. And that's a really good way to set it up, because you think, oh, this guy's the antagonist, he's clearly evil, but then he's the victim. And starting the movie off that way is good because Steve comes off very likable for a lot of the movie. And he gets increasingly crazy as it goes on. But at the beginning, the first like 10, 15 minutes, you really do kind of need him to still be followable to keep you engaged. Where you may not be rooting for him, but you're interested in him. And to set up just shitty people getting killed in the spree, I said Uber. It does kind of help with that, I think, and it helps subvert your expectations to make it more of a twist, make it a little more complicated, where first like, oh, he's only killing bad people, and then you slowly begin to realize, no, this guy's just a psycho. And yeah, the main heroine girl is a black female comedian, which is fine, and I think the actress does really well. And it's definitely like a very, I'm trying to think how to put it, like it's a very woke movie, I guess you could say, which I don't think's really an issue, because I think a lot of it's handled actually pretty well. Like the comedian, she there's a lot of stuff where like people just keep harassing her and catcalling her, and you kind of roll your eyes because it's kind of typical, but the actress is really good. And she has a scene where she's doing a stand-up performance that really pays off with the character and gives her a lot of depth and gives a movie a lot of depth. And yeah, I think it's a movie that's it's definitely like, I keep calling it a thriller because it is. That's the thing. It's like all about the plot twist, all about ramping up and escalating and getting crazier and crazier. But it is a very smart movie, and it's one that always seems like it's like kind of exploitation, but then it's just a little bit smarter than that, and it keeps you on the edge of your seat. And I think that's mostly what I think about it, to be honest, because like I said, I mean, even giving away what I already have isn't that much, because there's a lot more spoilers to it. There's so much going on throughout it. It actually reminded me a little bit of the Safdie brothers movie Good Time with Robert Pattinson. It's that kind of a movie, and which I think that Good Time's a great movie. Uncut Gems is another great movie, and I'd say if you're fans of those, I would strongly recommend this. Like I said, it's on Hulu. It's a really fun time. I get a few people together. I drank a few beers while watching it, and it's a perfect party movie, pretty much. Strongly recommended. Thumbs up.